Sounds reasonable. So many aetherite garments.
Keep drinking. Alright, it's time to be drunk.
Let's head out to the Hoarfrost Reach and try to pick up those Legiana's trail.
Oh, you actually get drunk in the game?
I should have kept moving.
Time to do it again.
He sobered up too fast.
Oh no. Oh, first dungeon. Oh, shit. First, let's go.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Insta-Qs. Feels good, man.
Alright, we're getting up. We're going for drunk round 2.
I like the ruby shield. Looks neat.
Is it? I think I've taken a look at the ruby shield.
Eyeball on.
I guess I'm gonna just lay on the floor drunk now. Oh, thank.
Oh no, our dancer just said hello and
It's not good.
Prepare for wipes.
prepare for wipes. Damn.
You hate to see it.
Stuff.
But glad you're not a part of it.
When the people in your dungeon are friendly, you know they're about to be bad.
No, they said hello.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah,
That's-
you're
that-
definitely.
Why
that's-
do you hate everybody in your dungeon?
I just want them to shut up and do the fulls and do them correctly.
I changed
You know, a way to make them not say that in dungeons. As soon as they say hello, go, "What's up, you dumb bitch?"
No.
That is not how you achieve anything, ever.
They go, "Oh."
I was expecting you to say you queue in without pants on.
Well, that's
No,
just what we all
that's how
do anyways.
That's how you queue for Eden's verse normals. Because
No,
it's
that's
gonna
how
be a
you queue for Eden's
gonna be
normals.
show, and you don't want to get your pants dirty.
Bitch, how do you queue for our Savage Run?
Oh no.
Currently wearing pants.
Why?
Had to shoot myself in the head on the first pull. This is a good start.
Very good start.
That is probably my favorite tank in Vuln, though. That, or maybe the concept of
Home gang is still
Warriors.
my favorite.
keeping themselves alive through pure anger.
It's not even just that. Like, the whole concept of home gang is that you choose a target, you chain them to you, and you say, "We will battle to the death."
It's fair.
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
The term home gang literally means duel.
Yeah.
So yeah, like back in the day, you had to be close to something, and it would actually chain you to them every time. Because
Alright,
you
Hila,
couldn't
let's see how
move.
good you are.
You were stuck in place for the duration of it back then.
Get the Mega Man set.
Nope. Can't do it. Alright. No wall to walls.
Nah. Damn it, Chloe, give me my goddamn book.
Maybe you just don't deserve one.
One of these days I'll get 3 lines and I will buy my freaking Fenrir mount or whatever from the golds.
I'm close to my Sabbath Tender. This white mage got DPS greedy. I appreciate that, but come on. Big pulls means big heals.
I had a white mage in the Stone Vigil? Yeah, Stone Vigil hard. And they were like stopping and casting Holy while the tank was doing big pulls. So they ended up getting super far behind and just like all of a sudden all the mobs just ganged up on him when he was already half health and just chunked him to death. And I was like, I didn't realize that the healer was casting Holy because I was like sprinting with the tank because I knew what he was doing. And I'm like, maybe, you know, stutter step a little bit so that the mobs catch up a little bit and everyone else can keep up. And the healer was like, no, that's my fault. I was holying them for some reason.
For some reason.
I was like, oh, okay.
Either way, like, there's nothing wrong with stunning the enemies, so long as the tank actually generates proper aggro, which is just using a single AoE and then maybe popping a heal on yourself.
Yeah, I mean, he had aggro and everything. It's just the healer was so far behind, like they'd sprint, I guess, and they stopped and cast Holy, and in between that, the tank got a lot of distance.
Did it go much better? No, fucking.
That or they swift cast a Holy and stunned a bunch of mobs, but didn't.
Yeah, I've done that. I think the difference is probably that they stopped moving. But when I swift cast Holy, I usually that and then keep running. And if I can't swift cast, I usually spend time casting Dias on enemies while we run, so that they all have dots on them by the time we reach the stopping point.
Have something to meld, hmm?
Alright.
Me. Nergigante, why are you fighting him? Why? Why?
Why?
Link. Why don't you make a master rank bow? We go kill a Beatodos and you make a bow out of it.
All the Beatodos.
Or a Banbaro. Nergigante is not going to do you any good because you won't get a master rank Nergigante weapon until you're in the hard end game.
Yeah, even the highest rank, like HR stuff, does not really beat the low rank MR.
Not even close. I mean, you've seen the difference between
yeah.
the Beatodos armor and the stuff you had before, right?
Yeah, and I had the
massive.
I had the beta armor that was like OP as fuck through all regular game, and then I got to mastering it. It was just like, fuck your.
The dark red color, which should be 9, yeah. Look at the tree. Excuse me. I'm trying to find the... Where's the Giratodos? There we go.
Oh, we literally left one. Oh, we were so close to...
The Banbaro tree would probably be effective. Yeah, like we could make that. You can craft the Hunter's Brave Bow, which upgrades directly into it. It doesn't seem to be one for bow. Because the Giratodos one, which is the water shot, does not turn into that. Instead, it turns into a Barioth weapon, which has power and close range coding. Let me look into some good sets for early Iceborne. Beginner bow builds.
Oh, now you have text.
Let's see. Dragon Seal, Aldbow, Hornitar Mail, Beta Plus. Where's the Dragon Seal weapon?
Realized a little bit.
There it is. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. The Dragon Seal Aldbow 2 is rarity 11. It has close range paralysis and sleep. And it's gotten off of the Dragon Bone tree. I'd have to see what the actual ingredients are because I'm not seeing them at the moment. Dragon Bone, Aldbow. Well, yeah, until you make the gap, cross the gap over to the Master Rank stuff, it's not going to be worth it. But let's see how easy it is to get to that. Dragon Bone. Oh, Dragon Seal Aldbow 1. Monster Solid Bone, Monster Slog Bone, Thick Bone, Dragon Bone Artifact, Large Elder Dragon Bone. Okay, so you would need to fight a Master Rank Elder Dragon to get that one. So I guess this one's not exactly an early rank bow build. Maybe look for something else.
Is Maddie having issues again?
There we go. Do I sound okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, all of a sudden just audio cut and I couldn't hear you guys. For the longest time I was just sitting in silence wondering where the fuck are you guys? And then I realized that Casey's playing Monster Hunter. He shouldn't be quiet at all.
Let me look into this.
Get one more novice.
Get this one.
Oh no, it happened.
What happened?
I shot myself after the healer used Benny on me.
Oh.
I hate
Bot-
you.
Botch suicide. Suddenly realize it may actually be a suicide. Panic.
I didn't realize he still had Vinny left.
Alright, so what you really want to find, Link, is the best bow you can with higher element numbers. But it seems that the element value on the weapon is the most important thing for a bow user. The other stuff is good, but the element is king. Which means you should look for something... Yeah, so you should look for something that has... Water Shot 4 would be okay, because that has 270 water. And the goal should be to try and get something as soon as possible for every element type. You could get the Tobi-Kadachi bow, that's another option that seems to be pretty popular. It has 330 once you upgrade it, and you'll... Well, I could definitely get you a couple of kills on Tobi-Kadachis if that's what you need.
Oh hey, here's bird shit.
Kadachi strike bow. Make one of those and follow it on the tree. There we go. Yeah, to get to the Flying Kadachi Strike Bow, you would just need a very small number of Master Rank Tobi-Kadachi pieces. That would be easy enough, and that would get you started. The second part would require us to fight in a Dogoran, so we'd have to do that as well at some point, but just getting to the Flying Kadachi Strike Bow Plus is good. What do you have right now? Mammoth Great Bow. Yeah, I mean, well, so the Mammoth Great Bow has 150 potential ice, but it's not awakened, so it doesn't even have that right now. The grayed out means it needs to have its element awakened. Yeah, which is really good for getting started, at least. Or you could... Like, I could get you a whole set of stuff. Like, we could go for the Anjanath Flame Bow. That has 420 fire. And it does have negative affinity, but that's still a shitload of fire element. Yeah. Well, for the time being, may as well just get you that Tobi-Kadachi weapon. Where along the bow tree for Tobi-Kadachi are you? I assume you have something in that tree. Right, so you just need the plus. That'll be easy as hell. Alright. Alright, we're gonna go fuck one of them up then. Assuming that you can fight one, which I assume you can at Master Rank 1. Yeah. Well, both, but...
Oh, it doesn't let me. Okay.
I'm gonna go see what I've got. that one. Do I have any? Yes, I have an arena quest for it. That's what I was hoping I did. It shouldn't be a problem. It's a master rank 1 star, so you should have access to it. You also might not have all of them yet. Well, seeing as I just got my Safijiva weapon upgraded and unlocked, I should make short work of this fucker. And we'll have a nice easy time because it's in the arena. There's nowhere to hide. Just try and get my bombardier. Alright, I'm good whenever. Let's go fuck him up. That's not true. It's master rank. This guy's gonna take a bit. At least this thing's not a Viper, Tobi-Kadachi. You're not gonna like that thing. Nobody does. He also has a special little bonus thing that you'll see him do soon. It's nothing too spooky, it's just a neat little feature that only he has.
Plane. It was supposed to be a joke.
I know.
Loaded. Yeah, but I'm trying to bonk him first. I didn't check if it was like 4 to 500 or something. Now I can go rage because that was 2. Hey.
God, that video was funny.
Ah, you jumped out of it.
Oh, that was old. Sugar ammo. All the fucking home section.
Like a foul.
Fuck yeah. Mightiest Lolithone. His hunts was hurt now.
Those are from my Palico. They're worth money. responds very mildly to other explosions.
Very mildly.
Yeah, and sort of responds to other gunland shelling as well, but not as well as your own. Maybe.
Welcome to playing Dual Elite. I'm going into attack. Never mind. There I go.
Learn to get out of people's way.
I just want to spin to win.
Do that over somewhere else. I was saying this to Aaron earlier when we were fighting Safajiva, and he was right up on with his sword and shield on his hind leg. I was like, dude, this is a massive dragon. If you're going to attack the one toenail that I have a rocket attached to, you are going to get blown to smithereens. Have fun.
Yeah. The hard part with the spin to win is it's like a set range that you spin in directions, so sometimes you end up right where like someone with a great sword or a gun lance or a hammer is hitting because you misjudge the distance, so you just go flying. Luckily it's at the end of your spin.
So as you can see, it still doesn't take too long if you know how to abuse their weaknesses. It certainly can take long.
Frickin' Link's Palica's name. Just Kitty.
He
Maybe
calls it
that's
as he
simple.
sees it.
Yeah. Very shiny potato now.
You need 2 cathodes for the second upgrade. Well, the Strike Bow Plus upgrades one more time. But for that one, you'll need different things. But to get to the Strike Bow Plus, you just need 2 shards, 2 thick furs,
Let's
a
head
hard
out
claw,
to
and
the
a lightning
Hoarfrost
sack.
Reach and try to pick up those Legiana's trail.
Do you have those items yet? Because you may have gotten all of that already. The second one, I'm sure you don't have all of the Kadachi materials for, and that's fine. Because we would have to fight a Dogoran before you could even make it. A single shard. You don't have any shards yet? That's really unlucky. That is, that's the Viper Kadachi tree. That's a different weapon tree with different element and such. So it's just something else. May as well, if you really want one, make another Kadachi weapon and upgrade it through that path, but you may not even want it. Cook a Rothlo's tail and it gives you some rations and gunpowder.
Wonderful.
I always eat. Oh, okay. Thank. Sure beats a regular cup of ramen. I already have that active. No, you have to capture a monster in a regular quest to unlock the arena version. No, like, you have to capture the monster on another quest, and when you capture it, it unlocks the arena quest. Because the monster you captured is then put in the arena for the arena quest. And then when you do the arena quest, it consumes that use, and you have to do it, go capture another if you want that quest again. So I can't do that one again because I already used the one we had. And if I were to capture this one, I'd get another arena quest for it for later. And you would get one as well. Just waiting for you to join the quest. Go fuck him up.
I think we could build the camp here. Let's ask the head honchos.
It's kind of hidden up in the treetops, so. Hello, buddy. We'll poke you in the face. Already running away, are you? That was bullshit. Head out of the wall. little aura effect that's got going on is kind of a neat feature. Scale up a lot in multiplayer. What are you doing? No, why did you do that? You were doing turn shots on him. You don't do that on his head unless you're trying to bonk him. It makes him immediately go enraged. Well, I was just confused. I'm not mad. Just the way he turns 90 degrees is him reacting to you doing a claw attack on his face. You can weaken the monster's head without doing a claw attack. You just need to do a weapon attack. Like where you use your bow as opposed to the claw. That'll weaken the head if you're on the head. Yeah, you don't really have much time. You keep practicing on that shit, but if you're using the circle button, you're doing the specific claw attack. I forget what the value is of doing that if you're not on the head. It may have similar effects to your rep weapon attack, but that's to fire your slinger ammo. The R2 is you unload all of your slinger ammo into the monster, and if you're on their head and they're not enraged, it will force them to walk forward, and that's how you bonk a monster. And the circle button attacks, or those claw attacks that were spinning him around, those allow you to turn him until he's facing a wall before you use the slinger ammo to launch him. There's a practice quest that teaches you how to do that. Using like a dummy. Whenever. Yeah, I'll try. Don't worry about it, just attack it. I'll cap it when it's ready. That's actually a good time to put it in a trap loop. So I'll do that as soon as I get this. Retrank you. These Jaggers need to fuck off. Oh, well, that's convenient. We pushed him into cap health range immediately after he got shocked. Which means it would have taken a little while longer to kill him. Oh, you got those shards this time. Good. Then you should be able to get that weapon now. You may actually have all of the components needed to upgrade the weapon to the next stage as well, minus the Adogaron pieces. Which means you won't have to fight another one. I should probably check and see if Adogaron's on the list of things that can be hunted at this master rank.
Let's head out to the Hoarfrost Reach and try to pick up those
I don't
Legiana's trail.
see Adogaron on this list. He's probably on the 2 or 3 star. Yeah, there's the Adogaron. You gotta be master rank 7 or higher to hunt one of those. So you won't be able to upgrade the Kadachi bow past Thundering, or not Thundering, past Kadachi Strike Bow plus until then. But then all you gotta do is get two sinews from him and you'll be able to cap that thing out at rarity 10. But still, that weapon should be a good place to start. It'll make master rank feel a lot. Everything will be less spongy because you'll have a weapon that's actually built for this period. And then flying Kadachi Strike Bow plus. Well, you can see another one past the upgrade that you're trying to do. Yeah. No. Yeah, especially if the monster you're fighting is actually weak to thunder. And I think that quite a few of the early game monsters are weak to thunder. Apart from the Kadachi, which you just fought and probably won't fight again for a while. Graphics device crashed? What the fuck? My game just crashed.
Fortunate.
I'd have been really mad if that happened in the middle of a hunt.
It's up for me to pass.
There was a problem booting with the DirectX 12 API. What? Hello? I guess that'll work. Strange. Yeah, it's a hard Adogaron sinew. I've got those so I can see it on my list. The goal would ultimately be to try and get your hands on a couple of different element bows at this level. So that way if you run into something that isn't weak to thunder, you have another option. But let me see of the options you have. If there's anything that actually resists your weapon type. Well, there's Baroth, but I don't think you'll fight him anytime soon. Anjanath's got weakness to it, Rothian does. Agiros. From what I can see, there really isn't much of anything that I think you would have a bad time with using a thunder weapon. Also, it's really good against Nergigante. It's decent against Beatodos. It's very average, nothing special against Banbaro because it's 1 star. It's really good for Viper Tobi-Kadachi, which you will have to fight. Average for Nightshade Pulamu, you would want water for that. Decent for Coral Puke. Decent for Barioth. Decent for Nargacuga. Decent for Glavenus. Really good for Tigrex. For Bracky. Decent for Shrieking Legiana. Not good against this guy, who you will not be looking forward to fighting. You'll want an ice or water weapon for that. Acidic Glavenus. Yeah, so Thunder will do you pretty good against most of the enemies in this list. I don't believe that sort of thing exists, but what you would want to do is you would want to bring a whole bunch of empty bottles and then the item that you craft with it to make more coatings. So like, which thing would you want to make a lot of? Oh yeah, so then you would just bring a stack load of empty files and then 20 nitro shrooms. Yeah, that you would put those at the Botanical Research Center and have them pump them out like crazy. That's another reason why I would recommend you making an item preset now. Because if you have an item preset that has all of your wanted coatings, 99 empty files, and then like 20 nitro shrooms, X number of parashrooms, and you just set that as a preset, then once you run out of coatings, you could very quickly fast travel back to base, jump in the tent, reload your preset again, and then go right back out with a full set of coatings and craftables. It's really useful. Right, it just saves time. You can do it very quickly that way. So now what I think you would want to do, since you have the weapon that you do, would be to get a set that has thunder attack on it. There's probably something that you can get. Let me check the master rank skills to see if any of them have thunder attack on it.
Okay.
The Kadachi gauntlets have evade extender and thunder attack, both at level 2. So that's a decent piece if you want something to get you going. The Kadachi coil also has thunder attack, so if you got both of those, you would have 4 points in thunder attack from off the get-go. That'd be pretty good. It would just make all of your attacks hit harder since that's a thunder bow. So if you were to, you might even have the parts for it already because you don't need much if you check the armor list. The Vambraces are like some thick furs, claws, and a shard, 2 lightning sacks. Coil is like basically the same thing. And that's 4 points in thunder attack and some good defense. Yeah, and the coil. You can see they both have thunder attack on them. And you'd probably want to go for the beta instead of the alpha for the coil, because you don't really need that thunder resistance point, and having a 4-star or a 4-slot decoration would be really good for you. The beta van braces are good too, but only if you have the decorations to fill that slot in place of the evade extender point. Yeah. That will pair very nicely with your bow while you've got it. Because that's 4 points right off the bat, and then if you have any decorations for more of it, that would be good. There are other pieces that give thunder attack, but you wouldn't have access to them yet. You could get the ingot helmet. A 4. Yeah, which is pretty good. Yeah. For the coil, definitely, because you don't need thunder resistance. Yeah. Yeah, you don't need that. Like, the defense you gain from this will more than make up for the skill point you lose. And then evade extender's pretty good if you roll a lot. So if you have evade extender 2, thunder attack 2, you'll feel the difference. You'll roll a lot farther. So the alpha might not be a bad idea unless you really need those. You have a thing to do with those that 4-slot decoration that it gives you. Okay, so you do have access to that. Yeah, well, that wouldn't be bad if you go for the beta. Right, you do have a whole set of rarity 9 stuff, so it's really a matter of what skills you want at this point then. The Beatotos stuff is okay, but you would definitely want Beatotos stuff for if you have an ice weapon. But if you can get like the ingot helmet, that would be really good for you.
What in places?
The coil, because that also gives you thunder attack, and you don't really need poison resist or windproof. So get the beta coil, you'll get another 4-slot decoration, and then like a 2-slot or something to go with it. You can swap out the decoration on your alloy coil, and you'll have another slot, and you'll have better skills, because windproof and poison resistance 1 are probably not doing much for you anyway. That'll hike up your thunder attacking even more. Cryo sack? No, no, I said get the Kadachi one. Okay. Before we stop with that, we could go fight another in the arena if we wanted to, but let me see. Check and see if you can make the ingot. Actually, let me see where the ingot stuff is on this list. Then I'll get back to you. There it is. Ingot Beta Plus would be really good. You would need a Monster Slog Bone, some Eltalite ore, and Meldspar ore. That's pretty easy to get your hands on. Don't know if you can see it yet, though. what we would do is we'd get you some Eltalite and Meldspar ore, which is something you could probably very easily mine at Elder's Recess right now. And then you'd get a monster slog bone. I don't know if you have any of those. I don't think so. You'd probably have had to have gotten lucky with the... you'd just have to sort it and then go through your bones. Let me see, Tigrex, Nargacuga, Glavin. No, you couldn't have gotten one yet. Everything that drops it is stuff you can't fight. But if we get to the Barioth quest, then that'll be your first opportunity to get one. Okay, so you can't get the Ingot helmet yet. But it won't be long. Let's see, what else do we have here under attack? Anything else that we can do yet? This Fulgur stuff is not your option. Certainly can't do Kieran stuff yet. Let's just get you that other Kadachi piece. That'll be a decent start.
I wonder.
Go fight one more arena quest Kadachi. I don't understand your question. Well, when possible, I suppose. Yeah, I was just looking for something to help out your specific weapon, which is why I was committing points to Thunder Attack. If you have any Thunder Attack decorations, it's definitely a good time to slot those in where you can. They're called Bolt Jewels. And you can actually get them from the Elder Melder if you meld decorations. No, like, if you go to meld decorations, you can literally select Bolt Jewel 1 and then trade stuff for it.
Have something to meld. Hmm?
You would just have to trade 10 points worth of other decorations to get it. So, or 100 points worth of other decorations to get it. So if you have anything that's any stuff that you don't use, you can very quickly get a Bolt Jewel. Yeah, stuff that you know you aren't going to use anytime soon, because you'll probably get more anyway. If you have like 6 or more of any of them, that's another good sign that you probably can afford to give some up. How many do you have? Just hold them. There's a specific fight not long away that you'll wish you had them.
Hello. Well,
I mean, go to your most expensive ones. You could probably find something that's worth a lot that you never use.
like guard up.
Yeah, there's one. You probably won't use Mind's Eye. Well, no, Ballistics might... I don't remember what Ballistics does. Hey, you're using the Release Jewel? Well, don't use decorations that don't serve a purpose.
Yeah, the
Free element does nothing for you with your current weapon. Remember when I said that you have weapons that have like a grayed out element on them? You have to awaken the element. That's what that jewel does. It awakens latent elements in weapons that have it. So unless you're using a weapon that has latent element, then it's literally doing nothing for you but filling a slot, and you could replace it with something else. Now, that isn't to say you should remove it. Like you can keep it for later, because there might be a time where you want free element. But take it off and hold it for right now.
Yeah, usually if I have a gym slot I don't know what to do with, I'll
put a vitality
put,
jewel
like,
in or something.
vitality or like just like whatever element I'm super weak on, I'll throw that in.
And in your
instead.
case, Link, bolt jewels. Capping your thunder attack right now is going to be huge, because as long as that's the weapon you're using, you're going to get a shitload of free damage from all that thunder attack. Let me look at the stuff you have on, since I can look at your gear. See if there's anything, because the more decoration slots you can free up, the better. Assuming that they're not filling a purpose.
Have
Let's
something
see.
to meld.
Your weapon can take a slot. You could put a bolt jewel on the Kadachi Strike Bow Plus. The Fortitude Evasion Jewel isn't incredibly valuable, but if you have nothing else better to put in it, then so be it. There's nothing in your Baomale Alpha Plus. I guess that's where you took out the... Yeah. Evade Extender, Thunder Attack, Critical Eye. You have 2 Fortifies. You definitely don't want 2 Fortify skills. In that case, I would definitely just remove your... Either remove your Fortitude Evasion Jewel that's in your helmet, or take the Fortitude Jewel out of your fan braces, because you have two separate decorations giving a point of a skill that only has 1 level in it.
Oi, oi!
Well, you can see how many... See how it's got a number of boxes next to it? And some of them are empty? Yeah, it's called Jewel 4 because it takes up 4 slots. It's not because it gives 4 points. You can tell that it's only got 1 slot because there's only 1 box in the Fortify skill. Mind's Eye, Ballistics. Okay. Ballistics is good. So keeping that in is fine. No. Well, so the thing is, that 4 slot you have is a combo skill, which means it gives you 1 point of 2 different skills. So... Yeah. So you can free up a slot by taking out either the 4 slot or the 1 slot, and then putting something else in. What else do you have? You have 3 Dragon Resist, which I guess probably comes from the Charm. Yeah. That Charm is not incredibly useful. I'm sure it's just probably the best thing you had at the time. Getting a better Charm would be really good. See if there's... Yeah, put in some bolt jewels.
Have something to meld, hmm?
That's not something that you got to worry about right now. That's for trying to craft decorations with like. What the fuck am I looking at now? You're under the first Vivarian ritual. The soul stream stuff is you're turning in special stuff to get chances at rare decorations, but you shouldn't have the slog bone or the solid bone to do that. Meanwhile, the strange stream plus and everything below it is for decorations from high rank. You can certainly go for some, but I imagine you probably only have a little bit, so you just can't guarantee it'll be anything good. If you want to use them, use them. Unless there's something rare that you're just rolling the dice for, you'll probably not find it's particularly important. And then, if you can do Guild Alchemy, you might have some melding tickets from when you used the Steamworks, and that'll give you some free decorations as well. Just keep it. Well, let me see if I've found any on this character to tell you how often I get them. I have 2 release Jewel 3s. I don't know if I've got it. I would not strange stream though, not with those, not right now. Just if you want to try and get some bolt jewels out of the deal. If you don't want to spend any more, then don't worry about it.
Places.
Polar mobility. Fortitude evasion. You still have a 3 slot that you can fill at any point on your chest. You have a challenger / protection jewel, which is pretty nice. Yeah, just if you have anything, if you have a vitality jewel or another bolt jewel, throw it in there. Eventually you're going to want to try and cap your health with health boost and / or get steadfast jewels and put them in. Those are very important. That's fine. It's the stamina drain skill which exhausts the monster. It just... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it just... The downside is if you put a whole bunch of single points and multi-level skills, they all feel a lot weaker than if you commit really hard to one thing. But if you've got a slot, fill it with something useful. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, that'll help you out. And you can kind of do that with the other stuff too. You would just need to get some pieces that give you... I don't think you can use an impact charm. Another decent piece is a chess piece you can get is the Kulu Male Plus, the Beta Plus, which I think in your current situation would actually be a benefit over the Beatotos set. Let me look at what that gives again. Yeah, the Bayo Male gives Stamina Surge and Ice Attack, which doesn't, until you have an ice weapon, is not helping you. But the Kulu Male Alpha, or Beta Plus, comes with a Stamina Surge point, as well as a point in Critical Eye, and it has slots. It has a single 4 decoration slot, so that makes that even stronger. And that crit eye will be useful. Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to go fight a Master Rank Kuluyaku. You don't need much to get it either. 2 thick hides, a plume, a beak, and a shard. Oh no, that's a Jagras shard. Yeah, that's a thing. I mean, at this point, you don't need it. It would just be a nice armor skill bonus. You could also just start pushing into the assigned quests and get farther along.
Let's head out to the Hoarfrost Reach and try to pick up those Legiana's trail. Let's head out to the Hoarfrost Reach and try to pick up those Legiana's trail.